Hi all, welcome back to my channel. If you've been following the tragic story of the Florida deputies who were lured to a woman's home in Lake County to be ambushed by her family, leaving 2 deputies wounded, one fighting for his life, and Deputy Bradley Link dead, then you probably know that Deputy Link has been laid to rest. But the dark details that are still being released about this horrific story have not. First, we learned that the deputies had been ambushed in a home in Eustis, and that Master Deputy Link was trapped inside as his fellow deputies and SWAT team tore the house apart trying to rescue him. Then we learned that the woman who was the subject of the original disturbance call the deputies responded to before the ambush had been attacking her neighbors in her neighborhood. Then the story took an even darker turn when police said their investigation showed that the woman attacking her neighbors, Julie Sulpizio, told police she was God, and she had been trying to lure her neighbors to her home so her family could kill them. But when her neighbors called the police instead, she altered her plan and sent the deputies to her home to be ambushed in their place. As this case unfolded, the details surrounding it were getting more and more disturbing. And now, police say they even know what took place in that hell house that night, as SWAT and deputies desperately tried to rescue Deputy Link while he was trapped inside. Because even though he wasn't able to radio for help, his body cam footage kept recording as he laid dying.
So, Stephanie, body camera video from the deputy who was killed provided investigators with a lot of information about exactly what happened inside that house.
That is exactly right. So Deputy Link was shot. He was lying on the ground. His body camera was facing toward the ceiling. So it was capturing the video and the audio of the nightmare that was unfolding inside that house. And you've got to imagine that's going to be very important evidence as the state attorney's office moves forward with this case and the family seeks justice.
His body-worn camera captures several frames of what appears to be a male in black sleeve shirt or body armor positioned with a rifle on the arm of a couch.
That's when Master Deputy Bradley Link and Deputy Harold Howell were ambushed while entering the home of Julie and Michael Sulpizio. Both deputies were shot. Deputy Link hit multiple times Friday night.
Master Deputy Link was immobilized, suffering multiple gunshot wounds, and he attempts to crawl on his back to cover, but was unsuccessful. Master Deputy Link had exhausted all rounds in his duty weapon.
Deputies were led to the home by Julie Sulpizio, who is now behind bars. They initially responded to a call about the woman assaulting her neighbors and calling them sinners. Then deputies went to her house down the street to do a welfare check on her husband, Michael, and 2 daughters. Inside the house, one daughter was caught on video saying this.
A female yells from within the residence as she racks a firearm and states, "My king will kill all of you. You are Lucifer's children." This was in response to deputies yelling for Master Deputy Link to crawl to them.
Michael and his 2 daughters were later found on the couch with gunshot wounds to the head. They killed themselves, but not before shooting Deputy Stefano Gargano, who was leading the rescue team to save Deputy Link. His brothers in blue ended up saving him.
Master Deputy Green, Corporal Palmer, and Master Deputy Lebrecht extracted Master Deputy Gargano, which had been shot multiple times to cover and were actively being engaged by the suspects from within the residence as they were doing this. Heroes.
Inside the home, deputies found a stockpile of 20 firearms, ammunition, gas masks, and body armor. The sheriff says Julie was trying to lure her neighbors to her home so Michael could kill them in the name of God.
Julie, claiming to be God, and often Helen, believes that God speaks through her. Julie stated that Michael is the guardian angel Michael, which obeys her, God's command.
Was interviewed, the sheriff says she was joyful, not remorseful. saying that she was acting in the name of God. But he did say that the sheriff's office was joyful that she was arrested and Deputy Link's handcuffed. Now, she is facing several charges, including first-degree murder, and the sheriff's office says that they could seek the death penalty in this case.
But as chilling as all those dark details were to hear, the Lake County Sheriff isn't finished sharing the evil that played out at that Hell House that night. And he just released a new detail about the case that may be the most bone-chilling yet. How Deputy Link's wife found out he was killed that night. You'll need to strap in for this one, folks. I told you in one of my previous videos that Master Deputy Link wasn't even supposed to be there that night. He was working in another area altogether. But when he heard the disturbance call over the radio, he left what he was doing and went to assist his fellow deputies. And on his way to the scene, he texted his wife to let her know he took another call and he would be getting home late, not knowing that he would never be returning home again. So when his wife didn't hear back from him hours later, she called his cell phone, not knowing he had been trapped in an ambush and had already lost his life. But her call didn't go unanswered. One of the suspects from inside the Hell House, who ended her husband's life, answered his ringing phone and informed her that her husband was no longer alive.
8 days ago, on a hot Friday summer evening, Master Deputy Brad Link had just completed an extra-duty security detail and was on his way home to be with the joy of his life, Brittany. Brad heard radio traffic regarding a fight in progress and decided to respond and assist other deputies, being that he was in the area. He sent a text to his wife, Brittany, letting her know he was going to be a little late. Once on scene, and having learned that a possible home invasion had taken place and that people were observed running inside the residence, Brad took the lead position in the stack of deputies as they entered the home to check the well-being of those inside. Upon entering the home, Brad was shot several times with a high-powered rifle and collapsed to the ground. In a hail of gunfire, and while attempting to crawl for cover, Brad immediately began returning suppressing fire until he was out of ammunition. His bravery and will to fight allowed the other deputies to safely retreat out of the home. An immediate rescue attempt of Brad was met with overwhelming gunfire and resulted in an additional deputy being shot. Unaware of this chaotic and tragic event and concerned for her husband as it was getting late, Brittany called his cell phone. One of the assailants in the home removed Brad's phone from his person and answered that phone call. The assailant asked Brittany, "Who is this?" Brittany stated, "I am Brad's wife. Who are you?" To which the assailant responded, "So you say that you are supposedly the dead man's wife?" That will forever be the worst phone call of Brittany's life. But today, we gather with heavy hearts to honor and bid farewell to Master Deputy Bradley Link and to support Brittany and all of her family. Bradley Link, a brave man who dedicated his life to serving and protecting our community. The loss of a law enforcement officer is not just a loss to their family and colleagues, but also to our community. A community that relied on Bradley's unwavering courage and commitment. Master Deputy Link exemplified the highest ideals of duty, honor, and sacrifice. He faced danger without hesitation, stood firm in the face of adversity, and selflessly placed the safety of others above his own. His memory will forever inspire us to strive for justice and uphold the values he upheld so faithfully. To Brittany, the family and friends of our fallen hero, know that our thoughts and prayers are with you during this time of profound sorrow. Brittany, Daniel, Christy, your loved one's service and sacrifice will never be forgotten. Our Sheriff's Office family will honor Master Deputy Link by carrying forward his dedication to protecting and serving our community with integrity and compassion. May our departed friend rest in eternal peace, knowing he served with bravery and honor, and that others are alive because of his sacrifice. Brad died doing what he loved to do. He's a hero. To my fellow sheriffs, thank you for your steadfast support of our agency, police chiefs. To my team members of the Lake County Sheriff's Office, continue to lean on one another. Share your favorite stories of Brad. I love and appreciate every one of you, and may the peace of our Lord be with you all. Brittany, if you would direct your attention to the medals in the shadow box. The Medal of Honor and the Purple Heart are hereby posthumously awarded to Master Deputy Bradley Link in recognition of his response on August the 2nd, 2024, with reference to a call for service for a fight in progress. While working in off-duty detail in area, Master Deputy Link decided to respond when the call came out requesting assistance from other deputies. He arrived at the residence in question where deputies observed signs of a possible home invasion. After announcements were made with no viable response, Master Deputy Link, along with other deputies on scene, selflessly entered the home to search for injured or downed persons. Upon entering the home, Master Deputy Link and other deputies were ambushed and immediately met with rapid gunfire. Without hesitation, Master Deputy Link returned fire, giving other deputies on scene the ability to vacate the residence with their lives. If not for Master Deputy Link's heroic actions and ultimate sacrifice, other deputies on scene would have likely not survived the incident. We are proud of Master Deputy Link's dedication and service to the Lake County Sheriff's Office and the citizens of Lake County. Master Deputy Link succumbed to his injuries on that fateful night, but died a hero, serving and protecting his community. Presented this 10th day of August, 2024. Signed, Peyton C. Grinnell, Sheriff of Lake County.
I don't doubt that the disturbing details surrounding this case will continue to come out as we wait for Julie Cellphizio's trial. And I'll be praying for Deputy Bradley Link's loved ones, who will be reliving this nightmare over and over as they hear them. This case seems to be a dark pit of horror with no bottom. May Master Deputy Link rest in peace, and may Deputy Stefano Gargano make a full and complete recovery. Thank you, as always, for watching. I appreciate your time. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you on my next video.